I pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about half-past dead.
Levon.
I just need some place where I can lay my head.
This is the band.
It's
called The Wait. It's not called Take a Load Off Annie. FYI. It's Chad Dukes versus the World on 106.7. The Fan, happy to be here. Thank you for all my Max Scherzer calls. He will be on the show here momentarily. We're also going to talk about Inflategate. Why everybody's freaking out with that. Wanted to, since it's middle of the week here, I wanted to abuse the privilege I have of being over the airwaves and talking to a great many people in a wonderful city, and ask you this question. This is something that I believe was debated years back on the show with LeVar Arrington. But all the boys got around here during the commercial break, and they ordered some pizzas, right? They ordered a bunch of pizzas. And I always like to go around and stick my nose into the pizzas and breathe deeply, but also see what everyone gets on their pizza. And as I mentioned last break, Bodie's generally the most depressing because he will get a pizza with simply mushrooms on it. Is that, Bode Mode, is that your go-to whenever you're going to order a pizza? Is you just want straight mushrooms and no meat products?
Usually mushrooms, sometimes black olives with those mushrooms.
Dear Jesus.
Maybe
Lord.
some shredded Parmesan Asiago cheese.
I do like have you noticed lately that Asiago is blowing up? Like, that just seems to be the go-to cheese right now.
It is. It's hot in the game.
It certainly is. It's hot in the game, like Bill Hamid when you were asking him about all those hip-hop artists.
That's right. And other than that, if I am going to get a meat, it's hamburger. I don't really like sausage that much, but hamburger meat, like ground beef.
I heard you love sausage.
In certain ways. Like in the morning.
I heard you love it.
Love it.
So I was looking at everyone's pizza and sticking my fingers in it, and I noticed, like, Ewad ordered a weird pizza, and I know you ordered weird pizza, and this was something that I think we debated for a little bit, but I can't remember how it went. If there's a pizza on a table, right, and what is the one ingredient on the pizza that will make you not take a slice? Like, if someone walked up to you with a large pizza and said, Bode Mode, look at this. I got this whole large pizza. I can't eat the whole thing. Grab yourself a nice slice. It's piping hot. Everybody knows how good that sounds. What's the one thing they could put on that pizza where you would turn and run the other way?
Pineapple.
See, that blows my mind. Really, you wouldn't even give it a shot, even if it had the ham on there?
No, probably not.
What about you, JT the Vic? If there's one ingredient.
I would have to go with mushrooms. If it's on there, I'm done. I'm stunned.
Stunned. So you wouldn't even pick the mushrooms off, though?
I would, but generally I just say forget it. It's not even worth my time.
Mine is, and it's ironic, mine is black olives, what Bode Mode just said, because black olives, they leave an essence. You know? Like when you see ghost hunters go into a house and like there's a presence here, the black olives will leave a presence. And I don't think you can pick them off. If there's some sort of, peppers I'll generally eat if they're on there. Some weirdos put tomatoes on a pizza. I'll peel the sons of bitches off and throw them against the wall and watch them slap on the glass and slowly, inch their way down. The black olive to me is unforgivable. Pineapple, I understand at least because there's that sweet juice that I think runs off and you kind of get that sweet taste on a pizza. But I think it's worth at least doing one segment of calls on. And it's a difficult question because I think most of us, especially us dudes, we don't want to turn down a slice of pizza. You never do. You never want to be a guy that says, no, thank you. I don't want a slice of delicious pizza. But if there was, what is the one ingredient on a pizza that will make you say thanks, but no thanks? You won't even pick it off. Call me up. 800-636-1067. 800-636-1067 is the Hadid Carpet Cleaning listener line. I'm going black olive simply because of the juice. I can't deal with it. Bodie said pineapple. JT the Vic said shrooms. Now, the thing with mushrooms are I find them disgusting as well, but they're dry, so you don't really, not dry, but they don't leave juice all over your pizza where you're going to bite into it and go, oh, a mushroom was here. And that goes to my argument, Bo, where I don't really understand why you put mushrooms on a pizza because texturally I don't think they're very good, but there's not much flavor to them. I don't understand why that would be one of your go-tos. And what's your beef with salted meat? I noticed you didn't say pepperoni in there. You said
I don't-
nothing of pepperoni.
Oh, I don't like pepperoni.
What?
Yeah, I thought we've had this discussion before.
Have we? Because I would have demanded you be removed from your position.
Well, I mean, that's happened already before.
Oh, that's true. You
but
weren't supposed to find out about it.
I don't really like salted meat that much.
Oh.
Ham's my top seed for salted meat, and that's
love
not even
ham.
really salted meat, is
You
it?
like ham on a pizza, jerk?
It's okay. I wouldn't put it on there myself, but I wouldn't turn it down.
It'd be funny if I just caught you just slicing ham up and putting it on a pizza one day while you're in here. You're like, look, I can't put this on myself, Dukes. Do you mind putting this ham on my pizza, please?
I would say ham worse than chicken.
Worse? What do you mean worse?
Like, I would rather have chicken on my pizza than ham.
Well, I think that's ridiculous. I don't mind chicken on a pizza, but I would prefer ham. All right, the phone lines are full. You mind screening those calls, Bode?
Yep.
And again, not the topping that you'd have to have. The topping that if your boy ordered a pizza and he flipped it open, you wouldn't even bother picking it off. You would have to say, thanks, but no thanks. I'm stunned. He was saying stunned now out in the vestibule. There it is. And of course, you're just tuning in. Somehow that, what Vic just said, say it again, Vic. That means you're done. So if someone says, are you through with that spaghetti? Or can I take your plate away? You go, sure, ma'am, I'm stunned. This is a dumb show, and I don't know why anyone listens to it. Let me go to Kirk in Chantilly. Kirk, what's the one topping you can't have?
Jalapenos.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. It's too spicy. Really?
What type of a man are you? A jalapeno's too spicy? How dare you say something like that?
Hey, I would put anchovies on my pizza.
Oh, my God, sir. You are stunned. Jalapenos are too spicy, but you would put anchovy on a pizza? Ugh. You ever see? I worked at a Pizza Hut. You guys don't. I'm guessing most of you don't see what them anchovies look like before you put them on, because you got to pull them out of a can. And the canned anchovies that come in that oil, your whole pizza is going to taste like fish. There's no picking off an anchovy. Let me go to Adam in Alexandria. What's up, Adam?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for taking my call.
My pleasure.
To answer your question directly, I would say green peppers or anchovies for the same reason you just can't take the taste out of them. But I think my number one hard and fast rule is if a pizza doesn't have at least one meat product on it, I'm not going to touch it.
I would agree. And I almost am mistrustful of people that don't put any meat products at all on a pizza, because it can't be for health reasons, Adam. I mean, you're not going to find too many pizzas that are good for you. I question the motivation of any person that wouldn't want at least one form of dead animal on their pizza.
Absolutely. I mean, you're already having all the fat and the cheese and the baked goodness. So, I mean, you're by dropping the pepperoni or dropping the ground beef, you're not really making it more healthy.
I wonder if ground beef is respected by as many people as it should as a pizza topping. I do believe that people dwell a little too much on the pepperoni and sausage. When ground beef, you get like a cheeseburger pizza, very solid. If this is who I think it is, I can ask him this question. 800-636-1067 is the phone number if you'd like to tune in. Of course, we're expecting Max Scherzer on the Chad Dukes versus the World radio program. Is this him? Should we break? Let me take a call. I'll take a call while we wait. What do you think? Let me go to Scott in Waldo. Scott, what is the one topping on a pizza that would make you walk away from said pizza?
I think the most useless one, and the one that I would walk away from, is banana peppers.
Yeah, they don't really add much, do they, Scott?
No, all they do is add some sour, nasty. They're useless. There's nothing there.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Oh, look, there's my guest. I can ask him this question. Joining me right now on the flagship station for your Washington Nationals is Washington Nationals pitcher Max Scherzer on the Mitsubishi Electric Heating Hotline. Max, thanks for making the time, buddy. How are you?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me on the show.
Great, man. I got my television on. You are doing an enormous amount of media right now. Are you kind of able to drink everything in yet? I mean, you go from press conference and putting the jersey on to Major League Baseball Network. You're all over the place. I imagine it's been quite a whirlwind.
Yeah, I'm just a Jill and mush right now. It's been crazy the past 48 hours. I mean, early in the day, I'm sitting in an MRI tube, and now I'm talking to everybody on the face of the earth. So it's a crazy day.
It is. There's so much we got to ask you here. First of all, we heard you talking about in the presser that the main reason you came to Washington, D.C. was to win. First of all, let me say kudos to you. I interview a lot of athletes. The fact that you are honest enough and open enough as a man to say, wow, getting this much money is really special and you can't believe it, and it just shows that all your hard work for your entire life is paid off. Kudos to you for actually taking the time to say that, because so many guys try to minimize what the contract actually means to them.
Right. It's just a number, really. And it's been great that, like you said, I have been working for so long, so hard to be able to put myself in this position and finally be able to capitalize on it. But really, like I said, the number one reason I came to Washington is because I want to win. And this team is built to win now and built to win in the future. And that's a vision that I think Mike Rizzo has, the Lerner family has, and something I have as well.
Matt Williams talked about spending time together when he was coaching in the minors, and you were playing on that team, I believe, in Arizona with him. What is your relationship like with Matt Williams?
Oh, it's great. That was one of his first kind of manager positions, because that was when he kind of got done playing. And, it was fun to see him and pick his mind about the game. He's such a major league veteran. When you're a young guy coming to pro ball, I mean, you can learn so much. I just remember just in that time learning so much about, just little details about the game that I never really thought of. And so that's something that I remember as a young buck back then, that I would always lean on him to be able to pick up on.
The Mike Rizzo said he was asked when you first got on his radar, and he said 2006 in Arizona, which was very cool. How instrumental was he in all of this? What was your communication process with him? I know he's working with your agent, but were you in communication with him the whole time?
That's something that Scott's going to know more than I do.
Okay.
I know he was on the phone. I mean, I know he was in the process, but that's something that I felt comfortable with, because I've seen him over the past 5 years turn Washington into a consistent winner and bring in tons of talent around here, and that's something the Lerner family is also committed to, as well as the commitment to winning. And that's the reason why I'm here. They wanted to bring me apart. I'm committed to winning, and I think that's where it's a great fit.
Chad Dukes here on 106.7 The Fan. I'm joined by Nationals pitcher Max Scherzer on your flagship station for Nats baseball, 106.7 The Fan. Max, when you got a bunch of guys coming after you that are willing to throw backup Brinks trucks full of money, it's a good feeling, but then you don't have to worry about the finances. You can start worrying about other things. You said you wanted to win. What did you take into account? Did you look at the ballpark? Did you take a look at the other guys in the rotation? What were some of the other things you looked at that led you to making this decision?
Really just everything within the organization. As the team started dwindling down of guys who wanted teams that wanted to continue to make offers, Washington just stood out. And it's already got to the point where I said, to Scott, I said, I just want you to exclusively negotiate with Washington, because this is the fit that I want to be with. So, it was kind of the shorthand version of the process. So, that's just kind of how that went down.
Did the league, the fact that you'll be able to face pitchers when you're up there on the mound, and that means more strikeouts, I mean, that means more opportunities to get out, is that something that you even think about?
No, not for that regard. If you're talking about facing pitchers, because then I get to hit. And I'd rather be able to hit than let a DH up there for me.
Yeah, I got to ask you about hitting. I mean, is it something where you're going to start doing batting practice right now? I mean, what's that process going to be like for you?
No, you just start in spring when you start breaking your golf swing down. You realize you're not a golfer, and then you actually got to hit for. It's actually going to help you win a few games. That's when you actually realize, all right, I need to really start focusing on hitting.
I'm a sports talk radio guy, so I've already gotten calls about this, but people are starting to scream already about who the opening day starter is going to be, whether it's going to be you, whether it's going to be Steven Strasburg. Is that something that you think about?
No, not whatsoever. Who cares? I mean, you just go out there and pitch. Everybody's going to make 30-something. You hope that everybody can make 30-some odd starts. So the difference between game 1, game 2, game 3 means nothing.
Can you talk a little bit about this rotation you're going to be in? You said you were watching this franchise from afar and seeing how they were constructed, and some guys in this rotation. You played with them. It's got to be a pretty cool thing to be joining this list of pitchers.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate over the past couple of years here in Detroit to, be a part of have some really talented pitchers around me, and that's the thing is you get to learn from them when you watch them pitch every single day. And that's what I'm really excited about here is that, likewise, I mean, this is a very talented group of pitchers as well. And it'll be a chance for me to keep learning from them as well. It's really fun to watch how great pitchers go about their business. And that's something I'm really excited about to be able to do here in Washington.
Are you familiar with the D.C. area? Is there anything that you want to do now that you're here? Is there anything that jumps off the page to you?
Yeah. I mean, now you're in the Capitol, so let's go to the top. Let's meet the president. Why not?
I got to win a championship. I'm sure you all get to meet him very easily.
Yeah, there you go. That'll be the easy way to do it.
I mean, as far as goals for you next year, I would imagine you have a lot of individual accolades. I mean, you've been able to accomplish a lot. I would have to assume that that's the primary goal. Is there any other benchmarks you're setting for yourself next year?
I really only have one benchmark, and that's just to be a better pitcher. To be a better pitcher than I was in 2014. That I can't control the results, can't control the ERA or anything, a lot of those other things because I just can't do it. But the thing I can control is being a better pitcher and having, more consistency, locating all my pitches better and doing a couple different things with the pitches, a couple of my off-speed pitches specifically, to be an actual more effective against certain types of hitters. So that's stuff I've already identified and stuff that I really want to do better in 2015.
All right, I got a couple of dumb questions for you, so bear with me. One is I saw on your Twitter that the WWE actually sent you a heavyweight championship belt, which is very cool. It was the new updated black belt. I'm very jealous of that. Are you a wrestling fan, or did they just send that thing over to you?
No, they just sent it over to me for winning the Cy Young, so that's the belt. So anytime it comes down to, you need to throw a little weight around, the championship belt always settles any argument.
It certainly does. Now, there's a lot of beards in this locker room. There's a lot of people now that are asking me if you're going to become a beard guy now that you're a Washington National.
Oh, good question. That'll be a decision in spring to feel out how important it is to have a beard on this team. I've never really done that, but maybe we can work with some other type of facial hair because, I go with a sexy stubble myself, so we'll see if that continues.
Dude, Raleigh fingers? Any chance we could see that while you're here?
No, I'm not going to go mustache. I can't do that unless it's team. Unless the whole team does it, I won't be doing that.
What was the perception here locally? Bryce Harper is absolutely beloved. We get a sense that outside of the area, perhaps that perception is different. What was your perception of him while you were in Detroit?
I really don't. I've seen enough media to know that you don't always believe what you see. I know the media loves to try to create stories, and so I just don't believe anything. So,
right.
My opinion of him will just be what I make of him when he's one of my teammates.
Yeah, I got you. And of course, finally, this is the discussion we were just having. If there is one topping on a piece of pizza that would make you not want a slice of that pizza, what would that topping be?
Oh, and say that one more time.
All right. So if there was, let's say there's a pizza in the clubhouse, like someone pops for pizza, and you walk up to grab yourself a slice, and you see that there is a blank, that there is one topping on there that would absolutely make you not even pick it off. You just turn around and walk away. You don't even want a slice.
Mushrooms. I hate mushrooms. Why? Whoever invented mushrooms on a pizza just doesn't even sound. That sounds gross to me. So
why aren't they locked up, Max? That's what I say. Why wouldn't you lock up the man that sliced up a fungus and put it on a perfectly good pizza?
Yeah. If pepperoni, I get sauces. I get both pepperoni and sausage makes sense, but whoever invented mushrooms on pizza, they've been doing some drugs.
It's revolting. What's your walk-up music going to be, man?
Don't know. We'll have to decide that here. Now I'm officially here. Try to find a song that everybody's pumped up. So we'll see.
Everybody's super stoked. Glad to have you in D.C. The Nationals are an incredible team. They're even better now. Congratulations on the contract, man, and thanks so much for the time.
All right, thank you very much.
Absolutely. There's Max Scherzer. He just a whirlwind of media surrounding that gentleman, and we appreciate the Nationals for getting him on the show today. It is a big day for them and for him. You're listening to Chad Dukes versus the World.